Welcome back. We're going through purpose. I love this conversation. It's one of my favorite conversations. I'll probably say that every training because I love all the stuff that I go through. But we're literally gonna find your life's purpose. That's a huge call, and I'll teach it to you. And obviously, you'll then do it on the next teaching. So I really look forward to taking you through this process. So let's rock and roll through it. So next on our list or journey together is purpose. So remember, we've done values now. Now we're gonna go through purpose. So it's why are you here? The question is, what is a purpose? And I always like to hear people's answers when I teach this live. It's some really cool answers. My answer, it's your gift to give back to the world. I thought that's really nice. Now, what does purpose give you? There's actually three things. Number one, direction for where you want to go in life. So it gives you that big northern star of where you want to head. It's not measurable. We'll get to that soon. But it also gives you an unlimited fuel source to get there. I used that term on the last train on values. The need for motivation is a symptom of an uninspired goal. So as soon as I hear people say, I'm just not motivated, you don't know your purpose, you don't know your values, and you're not living in alignment with them. It's right now, it's Sunday, and it is like almost 4 p.m. on a Sunday for me. And it's almost New Year's. It's like 2 days before New Year's. And I'm filming this on a Sunday afternoon because I love it. I'm inspired by it. It's my highest values. My purpose is to heal and raise consciousness, as you'll see on the training when you go through it. But I love this. So it fulfills me. I don't need fucking motivation to do what I'm doing because I'm fulfilled by it. I'm inspired by it. And you have yours as well. And we're about to find it soon. So it gives you the fuel source to get there, and it gives you a deep sense of meaning and fulfillment. So this is really good for people because you can definitely be, quote, successful externally without purpose, but you won't have this, or it'll be a very rare chance you will have the meaning and fulfillment. And that's where I see very high achievers who they do achieve a lot out externally, but they're like miserable, they're empty, they're numb on the inside, and then that's when they turn to addictions and all those things. So it gives you all three of these. It's a really nice combo, what purpose gives you. Let's get going. If you've heard the Ikigai, if I said that right, it's very similar to that, but there's a layer deeper, which I love about how I teach purpose. So it's essentially Ikigai, if I say it right, is what you love, what the world needs, what you can get paid for, and what you're really good at. And in the middle is Ikigai. Another name is you could say purpose, because the purpose that you're about to determine with me gives you all of these. The thing that I don't like about this process is it doesn't tell you where your purpose comes from. Where does your purpose come from? The Ikigai does not answer that for you. It just gives you a good framework, which I do love, and it's better than nothing. So if you've done it before, fantastic. You're going to go deeper with me. But it doesn't tell you where it's come from. And this is where I want to help you understand. It is an expression of your biggest or greatest core wound. When anyone asks me, where does your purpose come from? This is my answer, and you'll understand it in a moment. If you've ever heard the term, turn pain into purpose, turn wounds into wisdom, it's absolutely correct. And I'm going to take you through that process in a minute so you can actually figure it out for yourself. I love this line. You become who you needed when you're at your lowest. That's exactly what your purpose is. You find your core wound, which you'll do on the spreadsheet when you go through the module here. Oh, I'll come back to the classroom. So in purpose, we're doing the teaching of purpose. So when we do the determine your purpose, that's where you actually find your core wound and you'll go through the process there. But obviously, I'm just teaching it to you right now. So I love that line. Love it, love it, love it. Let's keep going. Some examples for you. Say your core wound was around feeling unloved and not wanted. Your purpose could be helping others find love within themselves, spelling error, and build fulfilling relationships. I will fix up my spelling as we go. I'm very imperfect, as you can tell. Let's keep going. Another example. Your core wound could be expressing or suppressing true self-expression just to fit in. Your purpose could be encouraging authenticity and helping others embrace their true selves. You can see this purpose here is an expression of the core wound. Let's keep going. Core wound, being victimized by those in authority. Your purpose could be empowering others to stand against abuse and promote leadership with integrity. So that is really, really nice. You could also say injustice as well for that one as well. So very common for this one, for people if you have an injustice wound, what commonly happens if they get a career are lawyers and police officers, because as long as they're fulfilled by their career, that is, and they enjoy it, it will be them living out their core wound. You'll find when you go through the process, it's really cool. If you're actually enjoying the work that you do, you like your work, you love your business, you're actually fulfilled by it, you'll be very, very, it's a good epiphany when you're like, oh, I'm actually living out my purpose. I just didn't realize it. If you honestly just follow the breadcrumbs of inspiration, the tiers of inspiration, I'll touch on that now. Whenever you get tiers of inspiration, you are perceiving something to do with your purpose. I'll share a short story with that in a moment, okay? So let's get moving forward. My core wound is feeling hurt, misunderstood, and rejected. My purpose is to heal and expand consciousness. And if you can see by all the work that I do, is all wrapped around that. So I might tell that story first about the tears of inspiration. So I was watching Shark Tank, great show, amazing show. There's an episode, it was with this young boy, it's the US Shark Tank. If you don't know Shark Tank, 5 entrepreneurs, very successful. Someone comes in and pitches their business, and then the entrepreneurs can either choose to invest into it or not invest into it. Long story short, this boy goes on, Trey was his name, I forget his last name, and he pitches the business, he does really well, and as he's pitching it, and this kid's like 15 years old, and he's done like $3 million. He's done really, really well. And then the Sharks keep encouraging him. You're amazing, Trey. You're smashing it. You're crushing it. It's really, really cool. And during this episode, I'm getting like tears in my eyes. And there's this section right at the end of the episode where Mark Cuban, who's one of the Sharks on the Shark Tank, he gives Trey this advice. He's like, "You're crushing it, but stay focused. You're a superstar. I want to help you. I love helping superstars. Go out and smash it." I'm very much paraphrasing this. Anyways, I've got tears streaming down my face. I'm watching this. I'm just so inspired by this episode. And my wife looks at me, or my partner at the time, now wife, looks at me and says, "What's going on with you? What the fuck are you crying about?" Because it wasn't like a tear-jerky episode. I was just really inspired by it. And it hit me because I knew this stuff at the time. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm seeing what I didn't get. The mentorship, the encouragement, the coaching, and the support Mark Cuban was giving, and all the Sharks, but Mark Cuban particularly, was giving this young boy was what I didn't get from my dad. So I was getting that tear of inspiration because I was seeing my core wound in this episode. I hope that lands for you. So when you get tears of inspiration, pause and take it in. What are you perceiving right now? What are you seeing that is in alignment with your core wound? It will make more sense once you do the core wound process, but it's really cool. So I just want to share that story with you. So let's move on. We're almost done with the teaching. The purpose process rules. You're about to go in the next one. Number 1, your purpose does not need to do anything, have anything to do with a business or a career. It could be something like raising a healthy, loving family, because maybe your core wound was around the emotional unsafety or family upbringing that you had, or you just had pain in your upbringing. And I just want to clarify, wound doesn't necessarily mean painful. It probably will be for a large percentage of you, but it could be it just wasn't to the degree that you wanted. Like some people are like, oh, my childhood was good. I didn't have anything like bad, but it wasn't where you wanted it to be. It's like you did a little bit of travel, but you didn't travel to the degree that you wanted. You had some relationships, but they weren't as meaningful as you wanted them. It doesn't have to be necessarily pain or bad. It just wasn't to the degree that you wanted it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Let's get going. Even if you didn't have your parents in your life, because we're going to be using your parents in the questions when we go through the process, still answer the questions with intuitively what comes up for you. You can use a caretaker. So you might have had an uncle, you might have had someone else who played that role. It doesn't matter. Just answer the questions intuitively when you go through the process. Number 3, this is an intuitive process. Don't overthink the answers. You take a big, deep breath in, and I guide you to do that when you do the process, and answer the question. That's all you got to do. 4, your purpose isn't measurable. Don't have anything measurable on it. It's like you saw mine, to heal and expand consciousness. How do you measure that? It's like in the statement itself is not measurable. Your mission, your vision, your master plan, they have the measurable parts on it. So don't worry about making it measurable, okay? That is your purpose. Tick. Before we do this, I just want to tell you quickly, I've just done a little update to the purpose process. And I've just honestly separated the questions. So this might look a little bit different for the ones that you do, because I always tweak my work. So you'll see the questions are now in their own columns. So you can put your own answers over here, because some people, they would delete it by mistake and delete the whole thing. So I've just separated it for you guys just to make it easier. It's exactly the same, but just for people that aren't that tech savvy, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. So the questions will be here still. They're the same questions, same process, but all the questions, or the answers, just put them here just so you can separate them. So if you delete it by mistake, which some people have, it's all good. You can reverse it a lot easier, okay? With that being said, please write in, what are your biggest takeaways from this module? You can either go do your purpose and come back and answer this, or you can answer this now and go enjoy your purpose. Go find your purpose. It's such a beautiful process. There's a little meditation at the end, which I think you'll enjoy. And once you've done, please come to the milestone section like before, whack your milestones in, share it with everyone else. I love reading people's purposes. There's a couple that come through pretty much every single week, and it's really inspiring. So, sorry, Greg, for putting it on the video. To know my worth is not let others impact how you feel about yourself or the decisions that life you make. That is so beautiful. And you'll see that I get around them. So I love this one. To help others reconnect within, embrace their light and dark, and fully love and accept themselves and others. How beautiful is that? Really cool. So go post it. It's really inspiring. I get inspired by it. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next training. Bye.